Slow and steady doesn't win the race when you're a dad with limited time, overweight, and you hate what you see in your reflection. This one's for the dads who feel stuck. Today, I'm breaking down why aggressive fat loss done properly works better than dragging out your fat loss goals over a 6-month period. You'll learn when to do it, how not to fuck it up, and what to do afterwards so that you don't rebound and regain a load of weight. Now, I'll hold my hands up. I used to be one of those coaches who'd say, let's ease in, let's start slowly, let's just build some habits first. And then 12 weeks later, when the client's only lost half a kilo or a pound or 2 pounds, I wonder why they paid me, there'd be a little bit of frustration. After 12 weeks of barely moving the needle and barely seeing any progress, you end up demotivated, fed up, feel like you've been spinning your wheels. And I've then got to try and convince you to now go even harder on a plan that you no longer believe in. Can you see how that's a little bit backwards? So you wouldn't spend 3 months fixing your relationship with your phone before actually buying a new one. You just get the phone and then figure out the details later. So what I recommend people do is actually go aggressive from the start. When you just get started with your fat loss plan, you're motivated, you're keen, you potentially paid money to get results, or you're following the program to actually get results. So that's when you want to strike. You want to hit that hard, not with 3 weeks of easing in with small little habits that maybe move the needle, but with real structure and a focused plan that you attack for 8 to 10 weeks hard, really hard. You drop the body fat, you feel the difference, you feel like you've made a change, because nothing builds trust in a process like rapid, visible progress. Momentum is the most underrated thing in fat loss. If your belt's looser, if your energy's higher, if you can wear that shirt again, if someone at work actually notices that you're making a difference, that's it then. You're going to keep going because you've got that sense of reward from it. You then believe in what you're doing, and so you feel in control. And that's where the real behavior change comes from. Whereas if you're sat wondering why the scale hasn't moved in 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and your deficit has been a 200 calorie joke, you'll suck it off and you'll just give in because you've not got that sense of momentum. I'm not saying aggressive fat loss is for everyone. It isn't. If you've got an eating disorder, mental health concerns, or a history of chaotic dieting, I wouldn't implement aggressive fat loss. But if you're a dad who's been stuck in the same cycle for years, beer belly, low energy, hiding under hoodies in the winter because you're worried about your body, you don't need moderation, you need aggressive fat loss. Aggressive fat loss isn't dangerous. What's dangerous is coasting along in maintenance while your self-confidence rots from the inside out and doing that for years because you can't make a change. You don't have to stay in aggressive fat loss forever. What we do is aggressive fat loss for 8 to 10 week stints, then we pull back for 2 to 4 weeks, reset, have a maintenance period, up the calories, and then if you need to, we go again. We give you more food, more flexibility, better sleep. Everything starts to come together after the aggressive fat loss phase. And because you're leaner, your body handles the extra food that we give you better. That's how you build a body that's easy to maintain without tracking every grain of rice. You do it in aggressive fat loss sprints. You do it by being intentional. So if you're fed up of faffing around, you no longer want to drag out this process, you can accept that this is going to be hard work and you're ready to go out for an all-out proper sprint with a coach who knows how to do it right. Reply to this video or hit the link in the description. I'll show you exactly how I run aggressive fat loss phases for my clients safely, effectively, and without turning your life upside down. Let's get you lean first with an aggressive fat loss approach. Then we'll talk about sustainable lifestyle habits, not the other way around. You need something that is built for you, that is going to get results fast, that is going to build that momentum and then push you to take that next step in your health and fitness journey. This isn't easy. It will take dedication. Any coach who sat there saying, fat loss is easy, fat loss is this, anyone can do it, it's really simple. It is simple, but the commitment, the process is difficult. It isn't easy to maintain or stick to these aggressive fat loss sprints. And that's why we do them for 8 to 10 weeks at a time. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this and tell you that fat loss is a really, really simple process, because it isn't. But with the right plan, the right structure, aggressive fat loss sprints that just last for 8 to 10 weeks, that put your body into quite an extreme state, work very, very, very well when you know what you're doing. Don't waste 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months losing measly amounts of weight when you could do it much quicker with the right plan.